Hi, my name is Abhishek. I'm the head of operations at Clerk-Tech. I have more than 14 years of experience in the outsourcing industry. I have helped companies hire VAs in sales, marketing, accounting, customer support, digital marketing, anything that can be done remotely. You can hire a dedicated VA to do that job for as less as $5 per hour. Why hire a VA through us? Efficiency, cost effective, and they work in your time zone. How do you generate B2B leads through LinkedIn in Canada? Now, LinkedIn is the biggest platform for meeting professionals. LinkedIn is the only place where you can reach out to a CEO, CFO, COO, managing director directly on their phone. It is practically impossible to reach a CEO or a C-suite level person of a big company without having a gatekeeper. But LinkedIn removes that gatekeeper completely. Now, how do you generate B2B leads in Canada through LinkedIn? It sounds like they must be getting these messages all the time. They must be getting approached all the time. I'm sure they are getting approached through email, LinkedIn, messages, hundreds and hundreds of connections. How do you be the one that is able to have a conversation with them? How do you be the one whose message is being read? 5 ways of how you're going to start generating leads through LinkedIn. It's a step-by-step process. I'm going to walk you through the whole process of generating leads through LinkedIn in Canada. So the number one way and the first step to adding somebody on LinkedIn, or for that matter, having a connection on LinkedIn, is add them as a connection. Connect with them, find them in the network, send them a connection request. Probably better if you send them a small note. Hi Max, hi Mike, it's nice to meet you. I'd like to connect with you. Just connect with them. Don't do anything else. Don't write a big welcome message. Don't write a big thank you message or something. Just send a simple connection, wait for them to connect with you. If you send 100 connections, at least 15 to 20 people will accept your connection if you have a good following, and that's when you start the conversation. Don't jump into anything till they have accepted the connection. If they reject the connection, please wait for some time before you add them as a connection again. Since you are looking for a particular person, then always it is better to wait for at least a month or two, increase your following, increase your connections, and then go back. Maybe they'll see some value the next time, but the first time if they reject it, don't keep adding them again and again. They might just block you and you will never be able to see them again. So first and foremost, the best way to start is just add them on LinkedIn. The second step is, once they have accepted your connection, learn more about the person. It is very important that you learn about the person. Don't just jump into selling. Don't just jump into starting to give more information about your services, about your product. Go ahead and do some research on their profile. Check their work that they have done in the past. Check their website, check any kind of information which matches with your information, your interests, any hobbies that you feel that you have and they have as well, or perhaps any hobbies that you can learn in the process before starting the conversation with them. Learn more about the person before you reach out to them, before you send them the first message. Trust me, they will sniff it the moment you try to just say, hi, it was nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Or, I would love to have a call with you. They will not move ahead. They might probably unfriend you or block you or perhaps not reply at all. But if you know something about them, then maybe you have a topic to talk, and that's when you get their interest. Third step would be that you start a conversation with them. Now, because you have already learned something about them, now it is the right time to start a conversation. Something that caught your eye, something that you feel that they will be interested to talk about, something that you share interests, try to start that conversation. Maybe just comment something about their company, about their website, a recent capital raise, or maybe a recent good news that they may have shared on LinkedIn. Talk about it. Try to show interest. And trust me, guys, you will not be able to fake this. So you genuinely have to be interested. So whatever you are going to talk about, please do enough research to be interested yourself. Otherwise, don't try to just jump the gun. It will just blow up on your face if they ask you a question, or if they find out that you just did this to start a conversation with them. Trust me, it is very important to have a one-to-one connection with them before you even think that they will consider talking to you. So do some research, start a conversation, read the message 10 times before you send it. Every time you reply to them on LinkedIn or they respond to you, don't get super excited and just start selling or start asking for their contact information. Continue chatting, continue talking about that topic, about what you think interests them. Fourth step would be always before you end the conversation, ask for their email ID, perhaps phone number as well, but at least email ID. It's very important that you get their email information. Remember, you cannot sell anything on LinkedIn, especially services that cost more than $1,000. It'll be very difficult to sell that on LinkedIn. So it's best that you get their email ID. When you get an email ID, that's when you can send some material online, which may be a sales material. That's fine. Now you can start that journey of selling. Now you can start that journey of asking them for a meeting or an appointment or a call. But from here onwards, you know that you've already made a connection with them. They've spoken to you, they know you, they might be interested in talking to you, or maybe just have a call with you about your product, about your service. Again, end the conversation with asking them for their email ID and or phone number. They will most probably give it to you if you have had a healthy conversation with them, something that they liked talking to you about. They will definitely be interested in continuing that conversation and maybe listening to what you want to sell or what you want to say about your service, your product. Fifth and final step, and I know this is the step you've been waiting for. Now you can sell your sales material. Now you can send that presentation, that big email that you want to talk about your services or your product. Now you can send all that information on email with, very important, trust me, with a calendar link of your calendar. It's very important that they have your calendar link so that they can book a call with you. You may think that I can always ask them for their availability, then book a call. Yes, that may work, but that will increase the number of conversations that you have. These people don't have a lot of time. They may or may not respond to you on time. The whole process will get delayed if you keep sending emails. Best is always include that calendar link in your email. They will also prefer it. In fact, it is better for them as well because they can go ahead and check their own availability, accordingly book a meeting, and then you don't have to do back and forth with them until you come to a conclusion where this time works for both of you. So at the end of the day, it's very important that you send that email, you send a little note or maybe one or two para about your services and that calendar link at the bottom. Remember, again, don't try to send a very big document of 12 or 50 pages. Don't try to send a big email of 4 or 5 paragraphs. They may not read it. You want their attention in the call, and if you want that, don't try to include all of your sales material in that email itself. If you were to ask me, the best way to describe your business should be in 6 words. Maximum 6 words. If you can describe your business, that's a good business to have. That's something you can sell easily. So try to keep your email concise. Try to keep it small. I'm not saying keep it to 6 words. Of course, you have to say your highs, hellos, and your thank you so much and everything. But at the end of the day, 1 or 2 lines about your company, about your services doesn't look like you are pushing the sale. And that's what you want to avoid. Thank you so much. My name is Abhishek. I work for Clerk-Tech. It's a virtual assistant company. We help our clients hire remote employees to do all of this for you. They can be the ones sending messages on LinkedIn. They can be the ones having conversations with your leads. They can be the ones to book appointments for you. From the point of connection to the point of the first email, all can be done by a virtual assistant, and all you have to do is take that sales call. Thank you so much. If you would like to see more such informational videos, please like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon. If you would like to hire a virtual assistant through us, please go to our website, clerk-tech.com.